It was incredible, a little. The custom of the salute is quite an old one, dating back to naval traditions of the 16th century. And in those days, it took a while to reload a ship's arms once they'd been fired. So when a ship was approaching a foreign port or another friendly ship, all the cannons on board would be fired to show that they were empty and posed no threat. It was also a sign. Georgina, wasn't that a stellar book at the CIT here in Canberra? She grew up in Canberra, she's a music teacher, and her music teacher at school encouraged her to pursue music. She studied at the University of Newcastle. She's now aged 30, and as you could see, so passionate about singing in her language. She has also performed here in Canberra, my island home, at the National Folk Festival, and as we heard earlier, a verse of Advance Australia Fair. Now here in Canberra, since 2019, the Winnengai Ngunnawal Language Group, led by Dr. Caroline Hughes, the chairperson, have been working with elders, their families. And a professional group of soldiers and musicians.
Later this year, Major O'Keefe will perform the duties of music director for the Anzac Day service in France at Villers-Bretonneux. There, he will lead members of the Australian Army Band in the musical support for the significant overseas commemoration.
Please welcome their Excellencies, the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia, His Excellency General the Honourable David Hurley and Mrs Hurley.
Here to welcome you to beautiful Ngunnawal country. If you take a look around for our visitors, do you know you're in the best city in Australia? Let me tell you. So I want to welcome you once again to the land of the Ngunnawal people. You're probably saying to yourself, well, what has she got a feather on her head for? Well, this is a very special feather to me. It's a feather of my token. It was given to me by my sister for my birthday this year, and I treasure it, and it's really special to me. It is the feather from the mullion, the wedge-tailed eagle, who is my sacred bird, is the protector of this land that you are meeting on today. This is early. Danny Rhodes, Chair of the Australia Day Council, members of the Diplomatic Corps, new Australian citizens, distinguished guests, and Australians of the Year. I believe a welcome to country is a traditional Aboriginal blessing. Symbolises the traditional owners of the land welcome you, but it also shows respect for the first peoples of the land you are meeting on, and children in the future. We need to come together as one peoples and celebrate this day together instead of it's us and them, because I want to make a difference. I want you to make a difference for our future, as we are all Australians. I'm a proud Ngunnawal Aboriginal woman but I'm also a proud Australian. So I want us to come together. So when we go to the vote, and the Prime Minister said maybe in August, please support us and vote yes. If you don't know about it, take the time to learn about it. God bless and have a great day.
Is a record for the National Citizenship and Flag Raising Ceremony. Today, the two Australian national flags are being walked on by a group of 6 Australians of the Year, local hero and alumni, celebrating 20 years of the Local Hero Award, plus 6 St John's Ambulance volunteers who represent our vital emergency services personnel. Of course, the 2022 Senior Australian of the Year, the wonderful Val Dancy, is one of St.
Please welcome the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, and Miss Jodie Hayden. Please remain standing for the arrival of Their Excellencies, the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia, General the Honourable David Hurley, and Mrs Linda Hurley.
And now the Governor-General arrives. This is his 4th time attending the National Citizenship and Flag Raising Ceremony, and his first as the King's representative, having previously represented the Queen.
The Governor-General will now be received with the Vice-Regal salute, during which personnel in uniform are to salute, and gentlemen are reminded to please remove your headdress.
Australian Federation Guard, Royal Salute, Reserve, up! Guard, go guard, up! Guard, for guard, up!
Please be seated as the Guard Commander, Squadron Leader Mitchell Brown invites the Governor-General to inspect Australia's Federation Guard and the band of the Royal Military College, Duntroon.
Squadron Leader Mitchell Brown will now escort the Governor-General to inspect the Guard, which is an honour that in various roles both at home and overseas, including ceremonies in Gallipoli in Turkey. The Royal Australian Navy contingent of the Guard always appears on the left-hand side of a parade, with the Army in the centre and the Air Force on the right.
In Australia, Europe and Asia. The most common selection process for the Guard is through volunteering of expressions of interest, and posting duration for Guard members is usually around 2 to 3 years. We could go a little bit more.
We still have a lot to look forward to this morning. Soon Prime Minister, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, will arrive along with His Excellency, the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia, General the Honourable David Hurley.
It is truly an emotional day for many of us in attendance, especially for the soon-to-be citizens who have chosen to make Australia their home.
And this is just one of many citizenship events happening all across the country today. More than 5.7 million people have become citizens since Australian citizenship was introduced in 1949. And I'm going to guess, Georgina, that some of those people are watching right now on either the ABC, ABC Australia or ABC iView.
I begin by acknowledging and paying my respects to the elders of this land and right across this nation for their care of country, culture and stories and their generosity in